Good day. Today I've got a really exciting wine to review. It's the 1888 RedHeads Studio Barossa Shiraz from Australia. It's 2020 and it's 14.5%. RedHeads Wine Studio Barossa Shiraz. Now this wine is a £25 bottle, and in 22 I tried a Barossa Shiraz from Berry Brothers, which was really nice, but it was what I'd call an easy pleasing nice, not an occasion wine. So I'm hoping that this one will be a real occasion wine, the sort of wine that's really good to open, but it will have a bit of aging potential. And they do say that the 2021 vintage is being hailed as the best ever. Now, I'm not a great believer of Australian vintages, for the simple reason that so far I've never been able to tell one from another. And this came in a box, and with the box was the Shiraz Mange 2. And you just plant them in the box, see how they get along. So it's something to eat with your wine eventually. Now I've actually needed to open up and aerate this wine, mix it up with some oxygen. So what I've done is I've allowed it to spend 2 hours in this elegant and tasteful decanter. And so what I'm doing is I'm having a third of the bottle of wine each day over 3 days. And my food choices are: tonight, steak and onions; tomorrow, Welsh lamb and leeks; and at the weekend, pork mince pasta bolognese. That's a new one on me. I just thought it would be, you know, something a bit different. And with the wine, I had these wine mats and even a RedHeads label badge. So it's pretty cool, and that's time to try it out and see what all the fuss is about. Now at 14.5%, there should be some pretty good legs on this. What's going on in the nose? Well, it's a fantastic fruity, slightly spicy Australian sort of nose. There's some forest mushrooms. It's pretty good. See, it smells pretty exciting. Now we go. It's really massive in the mouth. It's quite tannic, not horribly so, but more than a lot of the wines I've been drinking in the last 2 or 3 months. It's got quite a big finish on it, so it's a lot of length. When it goes down your throat, you are kind of noticing this. Ultimately, the reason that I'm particularly making it last over 3 days, I want to see how it matures in the bottle over the 3 days, because the essential thing is that I'm reviewing it in order to say yes or no, yay or nay, as I'm being invited to subscribe to it, so that I have 6 of them come every year. And for this kind of wine, which, you know, it's easy for me to say yes to a French Rhone or Bordeaux, but this kind of wine needs quite a bit more thought for me, because it's got to be relatively easy pleasing, so I could drink maybe 3 in a year or even 4, but I want to lay the other 2 and see if it's got some aging potential. I do in general prefer blends from Australia, but you know, Coonawarra Cabernet and Langhorne Creek and then a Barossa Shiraz, they're the really big hitting names in Australian wine. So it's definitely something I want to get into. I'll make a final decision on Saturday, but I think, to be fair, you know, we've got some licorice notes there. There's some really dark plum. We've got some cinnamon stick. There's a good, you know, whack of spicy pepper there as well. There's a whole lot of, you know, activity going on in the taste, which is going to open up, I think, over the next couple of days. Yeah, there's some big blackcurrant notes. There's a forest mushroom in there. There's a little bit of damson, bit of bramble, all the big sort of dark cherry fruits you want, a bit of chili chocolate. There's not a little bit of, you know, top roast coffee in there, and yeah, a minute touch of that aniseed you get with a licorice allsort. It's not really big on the sort of leather or cigar notes. It is very much a fruit-driven wine. I think this is almost certainly going to be a yes. I'd be very surprised if come Saturday, Sunday, I think, no, I'm not going to go for that one. So it's a £25 bottle. I'm being offered it for £15 a bottle, and that's from Laithwaites. I will leave a link to Laithwaites in the comments. Now, fortnight today, I've got another exciting wine. This is Argentine. It's made by a guy from Bordeaux, and it's a hefty Grand Reserve Malbec from Mendoza, £30 bottles. So check that one out in a fortnight. And this time next week, I'm going to be going for the Sangiovese Bianco. So it's a white wine made from a red grape. That's going to be pretty good. Yeah, I think this one's looking fantastic. I love all the little extras, the badge and everything. And, you know, if you're not sure what to use as a decanter, any old thing will do. Any old milk jug. Don't have to be fancy. I just love my life in wine, reviewing, tasting, buying, trying. And today I bought my tickets to Laithwaites Olympia Wine Festival on the 12th of May. So I've also got a ticket for the Fine Wine Room, and also I get a ticket for the VP Lounge as well. So it's going to be a really fantastic evening on the Friday. And stay tuned. How cool is that?